What's up guys, and welcome to my first impressions video. First off, let me say a massive thank you to Patrick V. He was kind enough to give me a code to play this weekend. Go check out his channel, a link will be in the description below, so thank you Patrick V. So, first impressions for this game. I've got to say I had a lot of fun playing the game over this weekend. To me it's better than Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, but that's just my personal opinion. I myself find that this game is a little more grounded than the previous two, with most of my gunfights being on the ground instead of people airborne constantly. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely still some gameplay in the air and the movement is still pretty free, but it just seems a little bit more boots on the ground, and to me that's great. The time to kill, or time to die as some people like to say, is pretty quick. You seem to be able to put players down a lot quicker than in previous versions. Again, to me that is something I like. Whether or not it will stay like that, I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. The game seems a lot faster paced. The ability to flank round the enemy is a big part of this game, so if you're trying to camp at the back of the map, you need to be alert and be able to cover all the points, as you will always get flanked. On to lethals. I found the trip mines were far too visible. The beam of light emitted is ridiculous, and they rarely seem to go off, but that could be due to everyone running hardwired, or simply the fact they can be seen from the other end of the map. Exploding drones don't seem to go far at all when you throw them. They seem to hover in the air as soon as you let go of them. I found them pretty useless, to be honest. I did like both the plasma and the cluster grenades. They seem to do their job pretty well, just as you expect them to. Now the secret grenades. I like the thought of the secret grenade and I used it quite a lot. However, they didn't seem to do a lot of seeking. Sometimes they'd march off and get a kill. Other times they'd simply detonate as soon as they hit the floor, resulting in nothing more than a small firework display. For tacticals, I only gave the personal radar a try, and I only really used that when I was sniping so I could get a jump on which direction my next victim was going to come from. I did see a few people using the dome shield. Seems like a nice little tactical, and it worked well. People can't fire in, you can't fire out. Great when you've almost run out of ammo and you need to reload without getting killed. Seems pretty good to me. There seems to be a nice mix of weapons to play with. I like the fact you can actually grind to get the weapon, rather than you getting it out of pure luck in a supply drop. The fact you can only get it by luck in Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, that really had a negative effect on me, and I didn't like it whatsoever. Yes, you can get them by luck from supply drops, but you can also grind for them at team missions, or aim to buy them through earning salvage points. I also believe that the grind isn't that hard, so they're not that hard to obtain. So there is a nice selection of guns from each category to choose from, and each one itself has different variants that will uniquely add advantages to your game. One of my favourite guns to use was the one in the gameplay you're currently watching. I tried out the base version of this gun, it seemed to do a nice job. I went 19-6 in my first game with it on Frontier map. I then decided to purchase the R.A.W Benediction, and oh my god, this gun is a melting beast. It takes out enemies so fast, and with 70 bullets per mag, you can take out several without having to reload. That's a legendary variant giving you the Gambler perk, which earns you one random perk after every 3-player kill streak, up to a maximum of 3. The random perk that you're given will show up in the bottom right hand corner just above your ammo count. It's also got Sharpshooter on it, which increases the range, which also stacks with a Particle Lamp. So when you equip Particle Lamp and the Reflex on this bad boy, it's got a range of 97, so you can easily take out opponents from a great distance. I've also been running foregrip and quick draw with a legendary variant of the only handgun. I've only been using dexterity and ghost as my perks. Dexterity so I can reload this beast nice and quick, and then ghost so I can stay off the UAV. This class is great for you supporting your teammates. If they're not running ghosts and the enemy pop up a UAV, they're going to know exactly where they are, they're going to hunt them down, they're not going to know where you are, so while they're chasing them, you can pick them off nice and easy. In this game I went 30-7 using this setup, and it's honestly never let me down. I didn't use it on the smaller maps, instead I switched to the K-Bar or the Karma. Again, both of these are great guns with great variants too. One thing I will say about this game is I had to change the way that I played. I had to adjust to it a little bit. I normally tend to rush and that hasn't been working for me, so I slowed my roll down a little bit and played a little bit more tactically. Rushing can be done, and it can be done very well as I've seen, just not working for me right now. There are, however, issues with this game. The sniping was supposed to be hard, and to me it's incredibly easy. I heard you're only meant to get a one-shot kill from a headshot, but that is just not the case. The sound needs to be fixed. I found it incredibly hard to hear footsteps of my enemies, even the footsteps of my teammates. It's just hard to judge which direction they were coming from, whether they were front left or back left. Just something needs a little bit of a tweak there. Again, trying to join up with my friends in a lobby Really hard to do, failed to connect to host, just could not join up. Sometimes we had a bit of luck where one of us would start a game and the others would just jump in, but then you're not always guaranteed to be on the same team. We like to play as a team though, so it would be nice to test the game the way we like to play the game. It's a beta test, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. But to be honest, in Black Ops 3, we still struggle to get a 6-man team going, so I don't know on that one. All in all, I've had some great fun playing this game, and I can't wait to see what next week's garden has in store for us. Thanks for watching, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe for future content. Venom out.
I have identified an enemy UAV in your vicinity. In your good job. The commander will be pleased.
This is Venom. Give us the thumbs up
And subscribe.
and subscribe. See you on the flip flop.